I thought I heard the postman. Maybe there's some news.
I would go and see.
Read the letter. This is not the letter, it's the newspaper.
Daily Flicker, June the 22nd, 1935. Battle over control of bank system. What will the government do for money? Andover, murder of a tobacconist.
All right. Let's turn that on.
Ah, some cool hair.
Good for you. Let's see.
No doubt about it. Hastings is going bored.
You're not going to get the post?
Yes, of course.
I'm going. I was just... Are you checking your moustache again? Is that the only thing you do with mirrors? Oh well. Gets me ego points.
Dear Mr. Poirot, well, what do you think? I believe that I won this round. The Andover affair went like clockwork, don't you feel? But the fun has only just started. I would like to draw your attention to Bexhill-on-Sea on the 25th of this month. We're having a crazy time. Best wishes, ABC. The next crime will be in Bexhill.
Yes.
We must warn Jap to Scotland Yard.
Did the letter indicate anything that might help the police?
To be honest, I think we can already guess something about the next victim. But I need to think about it a little more.
Let's see. Compare the new letter with the first one. The second
Dear
letter.
Mr. Poirot, well, what do you think?
It has to,
We're having a crazy...
It has to be taken seriously. Yes. But I kinda want the first letter to compare it with. Where do I have that?
Let us examine this more closely. Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects.
They do. That's what I was trying to point at.
Yes, this I is weird.
Yes.
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual.
Yes.
Right. Let us compare this with the other letter.
Also, the W.
The W is not printed properly.
No.
Right. Let us compare this with the other letter.
Yes, let's. The I is the same.
This I is weird. However, the characters in the two words do not match.
Huh?
Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
The A.
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual.
And the I.
Yes, this I is weird. Right. Let us compare this with the other letter.
So I can only do one at a time?
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual.
It's the same.
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual.
Oh, fine.
Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
Okay, so I have to do them in order.
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual.
Yes.
Right, let us compare the...
Just let me do this.
That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects.
I've been trying to show you
My
that.
theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Both letters were written on the same typewriter and show the same characteristics.
You surprise me, Poirot. You usually ignore material proof.
But there is nothing usual about this case, Hastings. Nothing must be overlooked. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
What's special about the Andover murder? The Andover ABC guide. The first victim was called Asher. Mrs. Asher in Andover. Andover and Alice Asher start with the letter A. But can we guess about the next victim? The next victim's name may start with the letter B. Yeah.
So, Poirot, have you found something?
Oui, I believe so. But I am afraid it is not enough to stop the murderer. Let us go and see Chief Inspector Japp. I will explain there.
Leave Whitehaven. Oh well.
It may be time to go to Scotland Yard.
Alright, let's go. What do you have
It may
to
be
say?
time to go to Scotland Yard.
Yeah, we're kind of on our way. Let's take a taxi.
To Scotland Yard, please.
Alright.
Like all hunters, Hastings has always been fascinated by weapons. Japp has invested a great deal in his career.
Yeah. Oh,
Japp is an investigator greatly respected by his peers.
as he should be. He would be quite smart if he wasn't hanging out. He would be seen as quite smart if he wasn't hanging around with you so much.
London. I really like this city. One thing is certain, you never get bored here. Alice Asher was murdered in Andover, the ABC killer's first murder.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Japp.
chap appears to be snowed under. Chap appears to already be overloaded with work. My news is not going to improve matters.
Nope. But can't exactly not tell him.
Bonjour, Chief Inspector. I am afraid we have some bad news. I have just received another letter signed ABC. The next crime will be on the 25th in Bexhill-on-Sea.
Are you completely sure it's from the same person?
Yep.
I have compared the two letters. There is no doubt about it.
I suppose you think he's going to carry out his threats.
I fear so.
Well,
Good
he
God,
already
Poirot.
did.
Bexhill is very busy at this time of year, and we have no idea who the next victim will be.
Next victim's name will start with a B.
I suspect that the name of the second victim will start with B.
What on earth makes you think such a thing?
I thought about it when I saw the name Asher clearly written over the shop door of the unfortunate woman who was murdered in Andover last month. When I received a letter mentioning Bexhill, I deduced that the victim, like the town, might have been chosen by alphabetical order.
So it's an alphabet fiend. I'm going to have a list drawn up of all the people whose name starts with B. I hope there aren't too many of them.
Bien, we should leave you to work, Chief Inspector.
You have a few days to prepare yourself.
Thank you for coming, my friends.
He does call himself the ABC murderer. Or ABC, so it makes sense that it's
Poirot,
chronological.
Chief Inspector
or
Japp,
alphabetical.
your call does not bode well.
Indeed, we have just found the body of a young woman on the beach in Bexhill. An ABC was placed on the body.
We'll be there as soon as possible.
Bexhill is a delightful town. It would be nice to come back and visit.
I do not entirely agree. Walking at the beach damages my shoes, and it hurts my knee.
So the years have not spared you, my friend. It's the same for all of us.
That is exactly what I said to myself when I saw you back from your travels.
Poirot!
Do not be offended, Hastings. I can see Japp waiting for us. And from his face, I would say that things are not looking good.
You're just walking down there.
Bexhill seems to be a pleasant little town.
Modern bungalows. Victorian houses. What else is there? Oh. Getting something. Oh, that's very specific.
Bexhill is a pretty little seaside resort with elegant architecture. Although, personally, I prefer more modern buildings.
Yes, but that's you. Okay, so before we talk to Jap, let's see what there is to look at here.
We should have the courtesy to go and see Chief Inspector Jap before examining the crime scene.
Okay, if you say so.
How do you do, gentlemen?
Chief Inspector?
I
Doing
fear
good.
your admirer has struck again, Poirot. We haven't yet identified the victim, but it's a young woman, 20 to 25 years old. Death occurred last night between 11:30 and 1 o'clock, and we found an ABC guide on the body.
Was she pretty?
Come on, Poirot, that's rather out of place. It has no bearing on the murder.
Are you certain? For women, it is often the most important thing. It often decides their destiny.
The body hasn't
If you
been
say
moved.
so.
You can see for yourself.
Has the press been informed?
Not yet, but I'm planning to. I haven't yet informed them about the presence of the ABC guide in Andover.
Nobody has reported a young woman missing?
Not for the moment.
No witnesses, I imagine.
Indeed. We've asked everybody who may have met a young woman fitting her description last night to come and see us, but I have little hope of gaining anything from it.
It's early days, Chief Inspector, and the news may not have spread around the town yet.
I hope you're right, Hastings.
He sometimes is. Not very often, but it happens.
Hastings appears to be ill at ease. He appeared to be relatively indifferent to Mrs. Asher's murder, but a young woman's murder seems to be troubling him greatly.
Of course it is. He's got a soft spot for young women.
I fear that this case is far from being solved.
Come on, Poirot. You'll find the killer.
Certes. But how many times will he kill before I do?
Yeah, that's kind of the problem. You don't know that. Let's see. There's the ABC guide. And it's open to Bexhill.
The guide is open at the page for the Bexhill train times.
Of course it is.
A braided silk belt. It may have belonged to the victim.
Probably did, because there is a line there.
This key is too small to be one for a house. Without a doubt, it is for a padlock. These marks have been left by a rope or a braided cloth.
Yeah, like the belt.
She was a great beauty. Strange that chap didn't notice it.
Oh, he probably did. He just didn't want to be tacky.
Apart from the marks on her neck, there are no signs of the struggle. She didn't manage to hit her assailant.
Nope. Also, she's
The
barefoot.
young woman wasn't wearing shoes or a coat, and was not carrying a bag. That's strange. Either the murderer stole her belongings, or she put them somewhere safe. Maybe so that she could bath. Let us
Possibly.
now try and get our brain cells to work.
How was the victim killed? There was a braided silk belt. She has marks on her neck, and there was no signs of a struggle. The victim was strangled by surprise with her own belt.
The poor child must have been strangled with his braided belt. Unfortunately, in view of the fabric, it is unlikely that we will find any prints.
Oh, you took the
Let
key?
us now try and get our brain cells to work.
The common points between the Andover murder and the one in Bexhill. ABC guide open to the Bexhill page. And to Andover. Sciences crimes with an ABC guide. All the crimes in Andover and Bexhill the work of the same murderer. Yes. Oh. That's not it? Press does not know that the ABC... Oh, okay, so it can't be a copycat.
The medical officer should confirm that the victim was strangled with her own belt.
That's what I thought. She shows the usual signs of strangulation.
With a little luck, we'll find prints this time.
You are too optimistic, Hastings. Our killer is far too meticulous for that.
Let the man be optimistic. Identify the victim. How do we do that? We find out where this goes. Small key found fastened to Betty Barnard's wrist. Okay, so this thing has already identified her for me. Looks too small to open a door. It says number 6. Is there anything else here to look at? Oh. No. Number 9. Number 8. Number 7. How is that also 9? That should be number 6. Yeah, it should be this way. So, what does that say? 7, 1, 5.
A dual locking padlock. I need to find the code and then insert a key.
Let's see. 7, 1, 5. And then the key. That was actually far easier than I thought it was gonna be. There we go. There's her bag. And her shoes.
It definitely was here that the victim left her belongings.
Yep.
The purse is full. Yet again, we can dismiss theft as the motives for the murder.
Yeah.
Here is the watch she must have removed to prevent it from getting wet. A top-brand lipstick. She liked to take care of her appearance. As well as a photo of the victim with some company. It could be useful to me.
Are you just rifling through her stuff? There's a photo there. There.
Betty's first day at work. Mom is very proud of you. Elizabeth Barnard, 7 August 1931.
Ginger Cat
So,
Restaurant.
the young lady did have a name starting with B, and she worked as a ginger cat, an establishment that must be slightly further along the beach.
Yeah.
Jap has gone to the police. The victim has been identified and her family had reported her disappearance. She was called?
Elizabeth Barnard, mainly Betty. She worked as a ginger cat at the cafe slightly further along the beach.
But Poirot, how on earth?
Never mind. Do you have her address?
Yes, she lived with her parents on the street leading to the beach, number 22. Shall we go?
You are far too impatient, Hastings. Let the poor people take in the news first. Let us go and visit the cafe where Betty worked.
Okay. She was a waitress at the Ginger Cat. That's all we know about her. What about this? A photo found in the beach hut. It's the victim and a young man, a well-suited couple. There's no text. Alright. Let's go find the Ginger Cat.